Yo, welcome back to Warehouse Reacts, where today we have a special guest.
Milky P in the house.
Milky P is in the house, his own house,
Drizzle.
that I also live in. It's been a while since we last did a reaction. I believe we ended it on GOD of Avenged Sevenfold's Life is But a Dream album. I got a new job, which requires me to go into that job during recording hours, which normal people would call daytime. So,
If you want to see more Warehouse Reacts consistently, subscribe to the Patreon.
we don't have a Patreon.
Not yet.
No. But we're back today. We have just gone and been outside for a considerable amount of time, and now we're back, and we're going to listen to Periphery's new album, which came out just hours ago. If you know me and if you know my channel, you know my thoughts on Periphery already. I already reacted to the first of the two singles, which was entitled Mr. God. I purposely didn't listen to, rather, Everybody Dies Alone, because I wanted to listen to it in the album, and I didn't want to spoil it anymore. But yeah, you know my thoughts on Periphery. They're probably my favourite band. I love them, and I can't wait for this album.
I'm also a big fan. Big fan. Big change from that Blood Eagle video. Some keen-eyed members will have seen.
It's music. They're playing something, but I don't know what they're playing. I can't hear anything.
I'm excited. I haven't listened to any songs from this.
We are listening to Obsession, which is track 1. Anything more to say, or should we get straight into it?
I have nothing more to say. I'm
Excellent
so
stuff.
excited for this.
Okay, as am I. Periphery, first album since 2023. Here we go. This is Obsession, track 1.
I'm expecting big things.
I'm also expecting huge things. Synthy.
He's been loving like the big, is it Euro? They call it like the plug-in boards.
Oh, like a switchboard
Like a
and
big
stuff.
switchboard
Yeah.
stuff. Misha. So he's been loving that. So
It's gonna drop really heavy now. Hello, Spencer.
start with a slow one.
Yeah, quite a slow one.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Haunted Shores. It's Periphery.
Yeah. There's the snare.
Ooh. so weird.
It feels juggernauty.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Insane. Try counting that.
Okay.
That was Obsession. Wow. Fucking grabs you by the balls.
Yeah, that was short
Insane.
and sweet and
Sour.
blasty.
Yeah, insane. Not what I expected from the first song at all.
No.
Wow. Okay.
Spencer showing off his vocal range very, very early.
Yeah.
Not that he doesn't, but it's just he was up and he was down and he was everywhere in that song. So, yeah, very blasty, very kind of a black metal kind of influence coming in there.
Yeah.
Probably like the Haunted Shores kind of influence with the blast beats and the black metal kind of guitars. But yeah, I mean, that was a nice 3-minute opener or whatever it was.
Yeah,
So,
very short.
very short.
I moved the mouse to check the time, and I was like, oh my god, that's the end. Next song, Talk. 5 minutes long, bit longer than the first one, but yeah, I have no preconception of what this album's going to be like. You know, it's just Periphery, it's breakneck.
Yeah.
So
I watched the part of Nick Nocturnal's interview where Misha basically said that like none of the songs are connected, because I think a lot of Periphery fans, me included, myself included, kind of went into the album thinking, is it going to be like another Juggernaut type thing where they're not calling it P6 or, you know, a P and a number, so therefore it must be a big concept album like Juggernaut. But
Yeah.
I think they're just going down the path now of just, you know, I think they've abandoned the P number kind of naming convention that they've gone through so far, which is fair enough. But yeah, I don't think the songs are connected in any way. It's just 12 different moods or expressions or something that Misha said. He described it as something like that. But
wow.
but yeah, we got Talk. This is Talk by Periphery. This is track number 2.
Okay, this is the naughty, I think. Imagine Wildfire.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Lots of these kind of synths on this album.
Yeah.
So Periphery. Sound like a Misha solo.
Fuck me. That might be the most disgusting thing I've ever heard. I don't know.
Yeah, where are
I
we?
wasn't sure if it was an intermission.
Yeah, still got 2 minutes left.
I wasn't sure if it was going to lead into the next song.
Nice ambient lead. Oh, major turn. That's such a weird choice.
It goes one of two ways, and they are the complete opposite directions from this.
Yeah. That lead in the background is insane. Okay.
Mental.
Yeah.
Wow, that was so filthy.
How do you have both the most like disgusting, weedly, like just heavy stuff on the same track as like that kind of heart-wrenching bridge,
Yeah.
you know, kind of soft vocals by Spencer, and then the big belts coming in at the end, kind of thing. It's very, very Periphery so far, which I think is good. They never
Yes.
lose their sound, but they just you know they kind of expand on it.
Yeah,
So.
there's a lot of like modern metal is kind of a weird place. You know, in a good way because there's so much variance, but I think a lot of things have moved towards a certain sound. And
Yes.
it was in my mind. I hope they don't go to that sound.
Please
and they
don't start
haven't.
sounding like Sleep Token
I
Periphery.
didn't want to say it,
No,
but-
yeah. No, it's very it sounds very Periphery so far. Spencer never picks conventional kind of melodies and melody lines to
Yeah.
go up, and he always picks very, very interesting things, and he takes obviously a lot of time to kind of craft not only how the vocals sound, but you know what kind of path they go on in terms of notes and stuff, and it just adds to it completely.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I've heard this next song, Mr. God. You obviously haven't.
I haven't. No, 3
So-
minutes. Well, less than 3 minutes.
Yeah, it was a nice, concise, short burst.
Saying we are here.
Yeah,
Get ready for the album.
yeah. It's basically. Have you heard Barbie Girl by Aqua?
I haven't, but I've heard it's like sugar levels of disgusting.
It's like that kind of. This is Periphery's ode to Aqua.
I feel like you're like only half lying to me.
No, I'm not. I'm fully lying.
Okay.
Right. Anyway, yeah. Mr. God, track 3. I have heard. He has not. Here we go.
Okay.
Spirit box.
Yeah. They toured a lot with them, to be
They
fair,
did.
so they probably listened to a lot of Spare Box.
sake.
Thoughts?
What? That's the most Periphery. I think you said a different song was most Periphery sounding, but that was pure Periphery.
Yeah, pure
So,
Periphery.
Yeah.
Is the middle bit with like the different tone guitar was like I was like, damn, we're being taken someone else here, and then it just slammed you back into
Yeah.
a breakdown.
Insane.
I need to learn how to play that because that sounds so fun to play. That little bridge interlude kind of very Marky kind of riff, Mark Holcomb kind of riff.
It's so hard to count that verse. Just how do you it's hard to like bang your head to. It's just so like complex. I feel
The first kind of verse where it's like I expected it. I don't know what I expected the first time around when I listened to it. I don't know what I expected to listen to hear it again here, but like it's kind of very you stop me. It was very much like that. But then the rest of the song is obviously very like heavy hitting. But that part to me was quite funny because it's very kind of
Barbie Girl.
Barbie Girl. I think in my original reaction, which is up on the channel now, from about a month ago, I said,
Pointing to the card.
"Oh, sorry, I thought you were thumbs downing." Boo! In my original reaction, I think I was kind of unsure as to whether they were using like an 8-string or a 7-string. But the more I kind of listened to that, I feel like they were just doing like I feel like it was just the drop G like Reptile tuning.
Yeah.
Just by the way it kind of the twang of the bottom string when especially after that kind of like clean bridge part, but it sounded like the GGC FAD tuning that they love. Reptile and other songs are in that tuning as well, but yeah, that was Mr. God. Like I said, it's a nice short burst of kind of.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to think the first time, and now in the context of the album, I think it fits.
Yeah.
I think when I originally listened to it, I was like, oh, it's 3 minutes, and it's kind of like there's not that much to it.
It feels like half of like one of their other songs.
Yeah.
It feels like the heavy half of like a different song.
Yes, exactly. That's probably that's a very good way to put it.
These are very short, snappy.
They are.
Like they're normally like 7-minute songs, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like they've done in the past. Like,
But then
all the
they'll only
P5s.
do like 8 or 9 songs on an album, won't
Yes.
they? Except for like P1 and P2, obviously. But
So this is definitely different. It allows them to play about a lot more.
yeah,
Next up is Heaven on High. It's
Yeah.
got a music video.
it did. It came out today. I haven't seen it, but when I was scrolling through YouTube earlier, I did see that it came up as a kind of official music video. But obviously not watched a single second of it. So we'll see what's in store for Heaven on High.
Got the music video.
We'll stick to. I think we'll just stick to the music. Do you want
Yeah, that's fine.
Because otherwise
I
we'll
will
kind
be
of both
looking
be
at it.
like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
And we'll watch the music video for another time. But yeah,
Heaven on High.
Heaven on High by Periphery. Here we go. Track 4.
See, it's like the fake out of these albums. So
Yeah,
it could genuinely just be like this, but
they're loving the synths. Okay,
okay.
it's like Era.
Yeah.
Nice. I love the rhythm riff.
Black sky that burns, they fly, I see it all, we flee it all, we flock together.
Spencer sounds very different.
Yeah.
Sounds a little lower.
Lighthouse flies south, the clouds can see the ground, can hear the sound, but can't get back down. Could this be my last?
Insane. Oh. I wasn't sure if he was going to come back.
No.
Um,
Maybe it's because I've gotten used to their old stuff because I've listened to it so much, but I feel like this album, maybe more than most so far, is kind of doing a thing where they're setting an expectation for how the song is going to sound, and then just putting something completely different in the song, which is a very it's a very prog thing, but it's especially a very Periphery thing to do. Like I said, maybe it's because I've gotten used to their old sounds that I'm kind of expecting, you know, I know what to expect next, whereas these I have no idea what to expect.
Yeah.
That kind of disgusting breakdown part is just, I can't wait to go back and listen to that already. This album's flying.
yeah, honestly, the songs are just flying by. Every song I listen to, I'm like, yeah, this has been my favourite. And then the next song comes on, I'm like, okay, yeah, actually, this might be my favourite. It's just, they are unreal. They're so packed in with just so... there's just so much content to each of them, I think.
Yeah.
You just re-listen to one a million times.
I think a problem, maybe problem's a bit strong, but like a kind of thing that I picked up, I think a lot of people picked up, I think we both did, from P5, is that it felt like there were a lot, and there still could be in this album, but it felt like there were a lot of moments of kind of letting it ride, like letting, you know, a section ride out for a minute long, 2 minutes long, that kind of thing. Whereas I think this album, I don't know if it's a direct response to that kind of feedback or what. Not that they're going to take fans' feedback. They're going to make music for, you know, that's the whole mantra of Periphery, isn't it? They make
I think
music.
it lives in your mind, though. I think this is in the back of your mind.
Yeah,
when you're
perhaps,
writing.
yeah. But, you know, they're not going to make an album for the fans. As weird as that sounds, they make the album because they like to write this kind of music, and we just happen to be fans of it as well, kind of thing. But
I do think certain songs on P5, yeah, they... You know, you've got the end of like Dracula Gra, and especially the end of Thanks Nobo, where it's just like 6 minutes of atmospheric synth, which is okay, but it's like, I don't know, I think we were both like frothing at the bit when we saw like a 10-minute song followed by an 11-minute song, but when half of that time was used up by atmospheric bits, we were a bit like, I don't know, we thought we were going to have the next Reptile.
yeah.
Which, yeah, but it kind of, that at the right end of the album, the last thing you pick up from that album is that it kind of left a bit of a weird taste in my mouth. We've still got all this to go through, but I think, as you say, maybe they've steered a different direction for this one. Yeah, because they are much more short, much more snappy. They
are shorter. They are snappier. They seem to be a lot more concise. I haven't actually looked at the track listing in terms of length.
Yeah,
so we'll just leave that and see.
Yeah.
You know, when each song comes on, we'll see how long it is and kind of go off that. But that was what song was it? Heaven on High.
Heaven on High.
I was going to call it Hell or High Water, which is the Bullet song from Venom, which I kept thinking of for some reason all throughout that song. But this is track 5, called Unlocking, which is an odd name for a song. Unlocking what, Periphery? What are we unlocking today?
Let's find out together.
Let's find out together.
Unlocking.
Hello.
Silhouette.
Yeah.
Wait, the album's been trolling up until now.
Yeah, it has, yeah. This is going to be the most disgusting song in the album. Watch.
This is era.
I was going to say it's very era again. Self-titled era. Sounds like an 8-string. Oh. So rich. Yeah, see? Oh. Oh.
Sometimes the thoughts are like the waves, crash and bring the overflow, and I can't help myself. It's like existing on the ocean floor, light above, face down, leagues below. You know now, nothing seems to be how we're in the tree dead. It's been on
Yeah, he seems to be singing very different.
Yeah, he's doing this kind of putting it lower in his
Yes.
voice.
Sounds 80s, weirdly. 80s
Yeah.
vocals, I don't know, can't explain it.
So era. And loving the switch ups again.
Yeah.
It's constant. It is. I don't know if it's like the theme of the album on purpose or what, but that's kind of what we've noticed so far. And also, yeah, Spencer doing that kind of like singing down here with a very strange kind of
operatic when he first came into it, but then he kind of shifted as it went.
Yeah, I was going to say that on the last song as well. It's another thing I forgot to say, but he's doing that in the verses of the last song, wasn't he? So
Interesting.
yeah, I think that'll be a grower.
Yeah, definitely. I think it starts off, very like they're doing stuff that I think they haven't really done too much of before, where it's like these kind of verse and chorus segments that are in this way. It feels like a different tone to what they normally do, but then they just bring it back with like the heaviest shit ever.
It's very kind of a lot of the songs are very synth led, rather than kind of. And I know I say synth. Some parts are probably just tapped guitar, like a lead guitar or something.
Yeah,
but
was it that one, or was it the one before that? It was like they went for. I think it was the one before they went with a guitar rather than a synth at the start of something on high.
Heaven on High.
Heaven on High.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
interesting.
a lot of it's very synthy. You can probably hear us saying it's very era because that's kind of what it sounds like to us, at least. And it's self-titled era album, and before that as well, Drift and Neon. Subhuman. So this is featuring Will Ramos.
From what band?
From Lorna Shore.
Wow. Are they heavy?
Lorna Shore, I'm afraid, and that kind of music is where it gets a bit too much for me. This is Subhuman by Periphery, track 7, 6? 6, 7. With Will Ramos of Lorna Shore.
This might be an aside. I can't help but notice there's 12 dots on the album cover and there's 12 songs. So,
and the last song on the album is A Pale White Dot.
A pale white dot. And this one is the only feature and it's got a dot in the middle. So I'm just trying to think, like, is there some kind of symbolism here with the way these dots? Is track 10
a million different things? Because it's like splintered out a million different ways. Maybe.
I don't know. I don't want to pick up too much from that, but
we will see.
Subhuman.
Subhuman with
Feet.
Will Ramos.
Feet.
Oh, it's Meshuggah. It's literally Meshuggah.
God.
Yeah.
Astropos.
Yeah.
No.
Zagreus feel.
Yes.
Oh god.
Get ready.
It's gonna hell below, isn't it?
Get ready.
Yeah, this is gonna be something else.
What the fuck, man?
That might be the most fuck you Periphery song I've ever heard.
Wow. It was yeah, I said Atropos and I meant Zagreus. Yeah, insane. It's the guitar with the verse with that weird like sound. It's at the point now. It's like how do you make this sound with that instrument?
Weird kind of glitchy bits in between,
Yeah.
kind of harmonic.
I think this is the heaviest Periphery album.
Yeah.
These first 6 songs, there's just no respite. There's just no break really. Like you get like a minute.
We've had moments on songs where it's kind of a bit more melody driven, but like I said, that song it had a kind of I was thinking halfway through it was quite like Motormouth. I know Motormouth kind of pales in comparison to that, but Motormouth in the sense that Spencer seems to be, I didn't, if you know this channel, I don't really take lyrics in the first listen, but Spencer was kind of spitting, at people, very much like, fuck you. And then Will Ramos coming in at the bridge doing some filthy very just, it was bouncy all the way through, like you say, that Zagreus feel where it's kind of, that was maybe the gentliest song so far.
Do you think that the way the vibe and the tone of these songs have gone, there's a reason they haven't given it the Periphery number stamp? Because
they're all very similar.
Yeah, it's a very similar tone, and it's literally like, I don't know, it feels removed from what their normal sound is, but maybe give it a few more listens and I'll be like, yeah, I can tell I can see the progression, but this feels like a different writing style in a very cool way.
Yeah, there's not been anything so far where I've said, oh, that sounds like P2.
Yeah,
oh, that sounds like P1 even,
Well, there was that bit with that sound like a bit like Jug, but we've like picked up certain things with their songs, but they've had like 6 or 7 albums, so it's you're gonna find similarities.
Periphery 3, Periphery 6 in Japan.
What does this mean?
And it comes up like Periphery 3, Periphery 6 in Japan or something. So I was referencing that, but I couldn't remember. I haven't watched that in about 5 years, so forgive me if I get the reference slightly wrong. Thank you for that. That was Will Ramos there on the burp. We now have track 7, I believe, called Blackwall, which is just one word, so Blackwall. Not featuring Will Ramos this time.
No. we're in the second half of the album.
We are.
Our vibe's going to change.
That's what I'm wondering. Will things slow down?
Or will it speed up? Let's find out.
Let's find out. Together.
I was going to say that. But I said,
This is Blackwall by Periphery, track 7. Here we go. 4 minutes long. Okay.
Don't trust it.
No, do not trust this.
holy muse.
Creation of a dreamer to populate walls with conscious thought, a collection of all right.
Doesn't even sound like Spencer.
A believer, perceiving all time a spectacle without a body physical.
This is strange.
I actually weirdly really like this vibe. Oh, we're speeding up. We're speeding up.
So weird.
Yeah, this is so strange.
This is insane.
Oh,
So dark.
yeah. And that piano's giving like a little bit of ethereal light to it all, weirdly.
Sounds like something you'd hear in a movie.
Yeah.
What the
We are in space. This is,
Yeah.
This is just in space.
Creation of a dreamer to populate walls with conscious thought, a collection of all right. A believer, perceiving all time a spectacle without a body physical. A life all coming down. Perceiving all time a spectacle without a body physical. A life all coming down.
Very weird.
Well, that was very, very different, wasn't it? That was, as has every track been on this album so far, but I really, really like that vibe.
It's so weird, isn't it? It's very spacey. Yeah, very weird. Very spacey. As you say, very electronic. I just like that one was just moving, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, given the rest of the album, it didn't need to like have any guitar because
No.
the rest of the album does all that for you if you want that. But that's such a cool song. If you take like, what's after Eris? Epoch.
Epoch, that's
You
exactly
take
what I was
Epoch.
thinking.
You take like the one on P4, which is called
Crush.
Crush. this one beats them out the park.
Yeah.
I love the way his vocals work. The electronic bits are just amazing.
They do love a kind of synthy, synthwave kind of break, don't they? I think
Yeah.
Silhouette was the one on the last album, but that was obviously very different to Epoch and to Crush. Silhouette was very kind of upbeat, I guess. Whereas this was kind of, dark space vibe all the way through.
Yeah.
And so it was very... It had a mood, and it stuck to that mood the whole way through. I'm going to be listening to that
Yes.
a lot, I
Yeah.
think, as the rest of the album. But
That was a lot more palatable.
yes, on a first
think,
listen,
yeah,
definitely.
100%.
Yeah, it was a needed break, I think, a needed kind of difference from the rest of the from the rest of the album so
Yes.
far. But they love to do that, don't they?
Next song, Malevolent. That is the name, yeah.
Yeah, Malevolent, again, 4 minutes long. Everything's been around 4 minutes. I think Talk was the only song that was
5
that
minutes,
was 5
20,
minutes.
something like
Yeah,
that?
something like that. Everything else has been like
Which is,
3 or 4 minutes. So I wonder if the last song is going to be really long, or
I don't think it needs to be.
no, I don't think it needs to be either. It's different for Periphery
Yes,
to make
yes.
shorter songs. I know their whole goal is to do an album under an hour, under 45 minutes or something. But I don't know if this is
I have
achieved.
no
that.
idea how long this is.
Neither do I.
So
But yeah, Malevolent by Periphery, track 7, 8,
7.
7.
Here we go.
Okay. Sounds like if P3 was angry. I mean, the intro and outro there were both like my favorite moments. I think with that super strange eclectic guitar riff. The rest of the song sounded like it could be on P5.
I thought it sounded quite like Thanks No Bowie, like that main riff kind of jumping all over the place. I don't know how they have such a massive repertoire of heavy riffs.
Yeah.
Like they've just absolutely nailed it, this album, for that. I will say, as a whole, though, that song wasn't my favorite. It was
agreed.
Yeah,
agreed.
Just, I don't know. I kind of felt you're gonna get, when you have like insane songs before it. You know, you're gonna have a few lulls, but still enjoyable, 100%.
Yeah, very enjoyable. I'm sure I'll go back and listen to that and pick out moments that I like, and then it builds and builds, and then I like the entire song as a whole.
In all fairness, every Periphery album, the song that doesn't immediately jump out at me becomes my favorite after a while.
Yeah. Okay, we're back. We had to change the batteries on the camera. We have a new GoPro, so that would it's going to be a bit better quality, hopefully, than just my front cameraed phone. Anyway, here's Carry On, which I am already
Avenged
thinking it's
Sevenfold
going
cover.
to be Avenged Sevenfold's Carry On, but it's obviously not. So imagine if they did do a cover of Carry On. That would be insane.
Carry On, Periphery.
Life in slow motion.
He's singing so differently.
And I saw you carry on.
He's singing like a different accent.
But I saw you carry on. Stay in line, stay in line, or you'll find oblivion. The better thoughts will let you in. For your answers and medicine, a masochist who won't let go. Find yourself in the earth below. Please take these walls are not your face, they're not your face. Once you let into the moment where you don't feel lack of emotion.
This album's just
It's
mental, isn't
it's
it?
the theme, isn't it? You think you know where you're going. Nice. I did half expect it to go back in at the end then to that riff. But that's going to be a fan favorite at concerts, I think. That's going to be that ending thing sounded, it sounded so big and full and kind of full of emotion and full in kind of musical sound as well, obviously with all the instruments coming together. I think it's going to be, everybody belts it out at the end of a concert kind of thing, show closer, that kind of thing. We're getting such a different Spencer. He's like, especially
weird,
the first half of that song, he was very, like, not only is it like his tone of voice different, he sounds like he's singing in a different accent, if that makes sense. Like the way that he says these words are kind of coming across very, very differently, in a good way, in a fantastic way. Spencer he never fails to evolve his vocals. It's
wild.
It's insane.
Yeah.
If you listen to P1 and you listen to this, you don't think it's the same person.
Yeah.
Honest to God, it's insane.
Next up we got Neon Valley. This is 5 minutes. One of the longer songs of this album.
It is.
From what we've had so far.
You're going to point out that it's the one with the splintery offy kind of thing.
The big splat.
It's a big splat.
Well, if that's even related.
Maybe it's not, but
I don't know. You can never tell with some people, like how some people are very into the poeticness of the art around albums. Some people aren't more so. This time it's personal. Select difficulty. These guys are children.
Hailstone.
Man children. I hope this song is going to be, as the album cover denotes, a big splat. I can't wait for it. What are you expecting for this song? Because a name like Neon Valley to me is like electronic.
Yeah, Neon Valley. I think we kind of glanced at the track listing before we started recording, and I think Neon Valley kind of screams era to me. But yeah, I don't know. Neon Valley, is going to be probably electronic, maybe a bit softer, and then I expect the last two tracks to be heavier, I guess. But we'll see. We will find out. We'll find out together.
Neon Valley, perfect.
C418. This is like Minecraft music.
Of the trees, ocean and breeze.
Moody.
Raised in a rusting belief, like rotting leaves, a friend of disease. Smoke projects the vision, colors hypnotize, free of possession, material oppression, with glimpses of a prophet. Skies. Follow the path of stars, winding road miles away. The heavens illuminate, melting away the memories on the way home. Screaming, save me in a world so bleak. You've discarded me now. Take it.
Give me Dying Star vibes.
Yeah.
If it was a bit more depressed.
I love this vibe.
Yeah, same. So moody. The vocals are so moody.
So
That's so weird. It's like a juxtaposition.
I like the lead.
Screaming, save me in a world so bleak. You've discarded me now. Taking safety, consecrate beliefs to the heresy. Take me, becoming one with the altar, sacrificing for true devotion. I'm screaming, take me from a world so bleak to the God we drink.
That was not what I expected.
No, a bit more of a traditional kind of dark ballad. Ballad is the wrong word, but you know, kind of dark balladish kind of song.
Movie.
Yeah, movie, very moody as well. I found the vocals very, very moody. They had parts where he kind of flipped it major for like a bit, for a line or two, which was quite nice. I think, and I'll put my money on this, the part where about 2/3 in, where it all dropped out and it was just that synth again. That's like the intro synth, and it came back and it did that for about 15 seconds or whatever. That's going to be played over like B-roll of like Misha's apartment or like, you know, some thing or whatever
okay.
in the making of doc, if there is one for this album, which, you know, I presume there will be. Yeah, that's definitely a grower on me as well, I think, as are kind of most slower songs like that. I think they will.
I enjoyed that one.
I definitely enjoyed it, yeah, but I think it'll grow on me, and that's
I
the kind of
see,
song
yeah,
that I
yeah.
will be kind of belting out in the car in, like, you know, 3 months' time, I'm sure.
This second half of the album has definitely had an evolution. It's definitely come into its own in a different way, distinct from the first half, I think. First half is just fucking disgusting. And the second half is a bit more
Melodic,
bit more
melody
melodic, a
driven,
bit more
yeah.
moving. So I'm excited to see if that maintains for the last two songs. Next to which is called "Everyone Dies Alone."
Couldn't remember if it was everyone or everybody, but now we know it's everyone dies alone.
Even those without a body. The soul dies alone. Working title. 4.5 minutes.
Yeah, everyone dies alone. This was the second single, which, again, reiterating from the intro, I have not heard. I specifically went out of my way to not listen to this so that I could listen to it in the context of the album. This is Everyone Dies Alone by Periphery. Who does this sound like? So low.
Always seems to come to this, the end of joyful ignorance. Drop everything that I have and go.
Weird effect.
Yeah.
Sleep behind the wheel, not sure what I'm supposed to feel. Still holding on to the life we know. Give me all your pain, alright. Your fear was where you lay. My never-ending rage is gonna take it all away. Give me your hand, I'll hold it while I can. Experiencing something I will never understand. Heart stops beating, the heart stops.
Matt just going insane on the drums.
As always.
Yeah. It goes without saying, doesn't it, really? But
I always like sleep on drums.
Same.
First listen.
Another chorus, maybe? Nice.
Reminds me of Periphery's solo on Aerosmith. Wow, it's an abrupt end.
Very abrupt end. And a pale white dot, 3 minutes long.
Another abrupt end.
Another abrupt end. Weirdly, I kind of expected a pale white dot to be like 12 minutes long then, like going at the end, but
I expected it to be longer than 3.
yeah, 3 minutes is very short for the end of the album. But again, it's on theme for the rest of the album so far, isn't it? So I think the last one was very like Mark riffs were like written like all over it, like kind of way the news goes. Thanks Nobuo.
Yes.
Those kind of in the verse you've got like Mark just going nuts while Spencer's singing as well at the same time. Very
It's,
kind of led by that, I think.
That I can see why that was a single.
Yes.
It's a very single song, not in a bad way, but they just have a certain sound to them, very varied, and yeah, kind of like a whole complete package on its own. That you could just give to someone and be like, "This is what we sound like."
You wouldn't put Subhuman out as a single, for example, would you? I mean, they kind of did with Blood Eagle, didn't they? But
Well, bloody oh yeah,
which is insane. But
that's insane.
yeah, we've got a pale white dot. Last 3 minutes and 9 seconds of Periphery goodness for another 3 years, maybe at best. A pale white dot, the final track, the closer. Okay.
Not what I expected.
Hello, Mark. Put this down.
Very like Mike Dawes, isn't it?
Wonder if this is in a different like Scarlet tuning or something. Wax Wings tuning or something. More coming in. Wow.
Don't suck my balls.
No suck my balls this time. No, we're past that stage apparently. Safe to say, not what we expected.
No, not at all.
I don't think so.
Not at all. A very nice way to end. A very nice way to round off that album, I think. Very outlet decision for them. I think that's the only time I can remember them doing that.
An instrumental, solely acoustic outro. Yeah, there were like swells of instrumentation and stuff throughout, but mainly like acoustic driven, completely instrumental,
Yeah.
no vocals. I think the second half of the song, the kind of acoustic lead guitar was kind of doing what a vocal would be doing anyway. It felt like, I don't know how to. It's going to sound weird, but that's what kind of nostalgia sounds like to me. Very, very warm and very kind of, rich and full, but also like quite sad at the same time, of like a time gone by. And I think that describes this album. This album's over. It's been a wonderful journey.
It has been. It's kind of gone like a bit like that, and then like it's gotten like insane for the song 6, building up to like the heaviness, and then it's just kind of come off a cliff and just really settle down for this last half in a way that's nice, in a way that doesn't feel fatiguing, in a way that's like, wow. Like I listen to my Sugar albums, I'm like, geez, like
It's
I need to take
full
a break.
frontal, yeah.
Whereas this album, I haven't really felt like that. If it maintained that for the whole album, I'd probably be a bit knackered now of just like, it's a lot of guitars, but this has felt really good.
It has gone like that, hasn't it? It's gone all the way up to Subhuman, where it was like the heaviest it's going to be.
Yeah.
And then Blackwall and then kind of the synth, and then it's coming back into the kind of more melodic, slow driven things, and then it ends with the kind of the lightest it can be with just an acoustic guitar. Yeah, it's a good way to put it. Yeah, it has literally gone exactly like that, but it was kind of front loaded with the heaviness and with the disgusting, horrible sounds in the best way possible. I can't wait to re-listen to every song in this album already.
Same.
But yeah, I loved it. And,
Standout moments?
Subhuman, obviously, just because it was, as I say, probably the most fuck you Periphery song. Blackwall, just as a whole, I love that.
I can't wait to listen to that again.
Yeah, same. That kind of synthy mood, I love that.
Neon Valley, that I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that song. It's the front half is Talk. I want to listen to again. Talk, I remember loving at the time.
Yeah, I can't really. Obsession and Talk, and Heaven on High at this point, to be honest, are kind of
years ago.
blended into one now for me in my head. They do feel like a long time ago, but it's very like we say, we can't wait to go back and listen to it. Well, they got under an hour, but they didn't get under 45 minutes. So
is that their goal?
I think it's an hour. I think the whole thing that they say in the documentary is like, oh, we wanted to write an album under an hour, but we just couldn't do it. So they've obviously succeeded. A lot of the back half of the album, like I say, is very kind of belted out in the car, on your own, on drive home, kind of that kind of vibe.
I find myself, as time goes on, I come to this stuff less frequently, but you need it when you need it, and that really delivers. This first half really, really delivers, and second half delivers on something else entirely. This album, I can picture myself, I want to listen to this song onward, and I can picture myself listening up to this song, up to that halfway, because they just feel like, they feel like different tones.
Yeah.
So.
The first 6 and the last 6 are definitely completely different on purpose, aren't they? They're just like, they're all bursts, aren't they? They're not like, maybe Periphery have kind of, spoiled us too much with the kind of length of their songs in the past, where you'll have maybe if one of these songs was on P2 or P3, they would be 8, 9, 10 minutes long, but they've kind of, made it a lot more concise, and so they're all just kind of bursts of energy and bursts of music.
Well done. You've outdone yourself.
You have outdone yourself. Thanks, Periphery. Thanks again. Any final thoughts?
When's the next one coming out?
When is the next one coming out? Come on, guys.
Where's T6?
Where is Tesseract's 6th album?
I want to know. They War of Being and P5 released similar times.
They did, and they were both the 5th album from their respective bands.
So, Periphery, they got ahead of the game.
Step it up, Tesseract.
Come on. Come on, do it.
Come on, Amos. I want to see those feet.
Very solid album. Very. It's first listen, so it's hard to say, but it's quite standoutish in their catalogue.
Yeah.
I'd say. But I've listened to every other song by them a million times, so maybe that's why.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, let's see what I say in 3 or 4 years on the next album, and how I look back on A Pale White Dot.
That was A Pale White Dot by Periphery. We both very much enjoyed.
Don't speak for me.
He didn't enjoy.
That was A Pale White Dot from Periphery. For to see more of this content,
Subscribe
subscribe.
and like and comment. Even if you just comment lol, or if you comment the one in the hat is an idiot, or the one without an hat. I am an idiot, apparently.
Needs to wear one because he spent half the video like this.
Dear me.
Look at my bald spot, please.
Thanks, guys. Bye.